I now see why this is the hardest rated course in England. It's made me feel about 14 years older. Off we go, team, off we go, in the red, baby. Be brave, boy, be brave. Looks like a jaguar's been in there. Can we go home now? One sec. Today we have come down to the hardest golf course in England. It's got a slope rating of 151 and we are at the Hodgkin at Woodhall Spa. It's time to see if we can break par. So with the new handicap system and slope rating system, the Hodgkin course here down at Woodhall Spa, which is in Lincolnshire, is rating at 151, so it means it is quite a difficult golf course. They have a lot of events here. Recently held the English Seniors Championship on this golf course, the Hodgkin. There are two down here at Woodhall Spa, the other one being the Bracken golf course. But we're going to see if we can try and break par here for episode 8 of In the Red. Last time at Dumbarnie, we got the job done. We were 1 under par, we were playing well. Let's see if we can carry that momentum into today's round. So the first hole that we face is a 358 yard par 4. The thing with this place, there is a serious amount of bunkers that you'll see from some of the drone shots as we're going through. There is a heck of a lot of bunkers on the course, so it's a case of keep it in play, keep it on the short stuff. Dan, the man who is stood behind us, who works here at Woodhall Spa, has told us to try and make a score on the front 9 and then hold on for dear life on the back 9 because the wind is coming into our face. It's typical old school. We're going 9 outwards, we're coming 9 back in, 6,800 yards, 151 slope. Let's go and see if we can get the job done. 4-iron down the first, play it safe. Let's see if we can get in that red. Play well, chaps, play well. Going to catch that trap, it shouldn't do. Trap at 250 there. I think we should just be shy with that 4-iron, so a nice safe little start. Off we go. So a couple of things from Dumbarnie's round last time. Felt like I played pretty well. Obviously we got to 1 under par, which was good. I had a lot of chances for birdie, but they were a little bit too far away. The green percentages was high, as we can see. My fairway percentage was pretty high. My putts seem a little bit high, but again, that's because my iron play, I was just hitting it a little bit out of the zone where I would be able to maybe have really good looks from maybe 20 foot and in for birdie. Everything was just outside that mark. So today, if we are keeping it on the fairway, I want to try and get those wedge shots a little bit closer, and I want to try and get that iron proximity a little bit tighter. I have hit a few balls. I've had a little bit of time off from the game actually whilst we've been at the Open last week, so hopefully we can gel it all together. A little bit of inspiration from Brian Harmon, and we'll just golf our ball. Let's get on to our next shot for the second one here at the first. It's going to look good. It's going to look good, baby. Right, that, my friends, would count as our first fairway. I think from the other previous sort of 2 or 3 episodes, one of the things that I've enjoyed doing as well is having a few little targets. I think for here today, because there are so many bunkers out on the golf course, I think having a plan for each hole is one target to have. So actually look at the watch, look at what the course map is saying and pick where I need to hit the golf ball to. I want to try and hit out of the fairways. I want to try and hit 12 fairways, and then I want to try and make 3 birdies again, but what I want to try and do is at least have 5 opportunities from inside 15 feet for birdie. So those are my little goals to try and tick off around today. Let's see how far we've got here. Nice little gentle opener. I feel like it's going to be a bit more sting to come. 125, a little bit down the wind. Looks like the pin's middle, so I could hit not a full 50 degree, just a nice 3/4 one, and we should get up close. Be a good number, please. That could be our first one from inside 15 feet. Oh, that was a nice little number there. I heard my divot go somewhere. Went somewhere. Where did it go, anyone? Off we go, team. Off we go. In the red, baby. Been a much more productive season. Season 1, not good. I think we were 168 over par for 10 episodes. Season 2, I think we're only about maybe 6 over. I know it's not double digits for 7 episodes. Maybe 8, 9 and 10, all under par. We could finish level or even under. We could finish in the red for the series. Mind-blowing. Right, tick number 1 for that 5 of 15 foot. That's about 12, 13 feet there. Greens look absolutely sensational. We've had a little warm up on the putting green. We've also been down to the driving range that, with this being the home of England golf, the setup here is super impressive. Driving range, top tracer, everything, gym in it, putting studio, fitness studios. It has got everything in there. It's a seriously smart setup, and if you become part of like an England team or any of the teams that are under the England golf umbrella, you do come and actually train down here, which is pretty cool. But back to the matter at hand, we've got a little 12 footer, tiny bit of left to right in it. Can we get it in the hole? Oh, I nearly walked then. I thought that was going to move. I nearly stepped. Well, do you know what? If the rest of the round is like that, where we keep giving ourselves chances, I'll be very, very happy. Right, on to the next. So our second hole is a par 4, 409 yards straight up. A bunker on the right at 250, one at 299, and then one up the left at 326. So I'm going to go driver just because it takes the 250 one out. The one on the right, I've actually got quite a big fairway, so I'm going to aim up at the one on the left and just hit a little fade off that, and I should be pretty safe from there. Turn over. Just a bit pulley, but should be okay. Yeah, fairway found, it looks like. And that is us rolling. Right, just the 80 yards up to this one, which is another nice little wedge shot, fairway hit, which is good. I'm gonna go 55. Probably, there's a little slope up onto this green, sort of a false front, so 80 yards, I probably almost need to land it about 70, 77. Then let it trickle up a little bit. Oh, I've pushed it. Sit. Wow, that is terrifically rubbish. I've struck it really nice, but I've pushed it and it's gone so far down the wind there. I probably need to play that as if it was a 70 shot, and oh dear. Right, challenge now. That is one of my worst wedge shots. It's actually pitched only like maybe 2 or 3 yards beyond the flag, maybe a little bit more, 5 maximum. But downwind, firmish greens, and it's come running all the way to the back now, and now I've got quite a testing putt to get inside a tap-in range, really. That's where I need to be so much better at those wedges. Watching the pros last week at the Open, you know, outside of 15 feet there, and they were severely disappointed. I've hit it to 115 feet. It's a good pace. Turn in, turn in. Fantastic pace. Thought it would have moved a little bit this way, but we'll take it. I think that went as far as my wedge shot, that putt. It was that far away. And another par, nice little par to tick off. One of the RAF Woodvale, not Woodvale, one of the RAF bases. So the Royal Air Force is round here, so you might hear quite a lot of the fighter jets going over today. There's one circling at the minute. Heard we were filming, wants a cameo. Good spot here as well while we're on this second hole to actually See what we're looking at on the third. Members logo down there, quite a famous tower, just at the back of the third green, but we can't see much of that from the tee, so good to see that bunker just sneaking up on the right there. So our third hole is 413 yards long. So it's pretty blind when you actually get on this tee, so it's a good little thing to check it from that second green to see where you're going at. There is a bunker that we could see 289 down the right and one at 269, so only really need to hit it 250 to leave yourself around that 150 mark. So anything that goes shy of 250 is a good number. And then it's just pick a spot and trust it, because you can't actually see what's going on down there. I can see where that trap is, so I've towed it. Yeah, a little bit stiff that swing down the left. Might actually be okay, it doesn't look too bad at all. Too narrow of a fairway and it's bouncing, so it's not the end of the world, that one. That's where you hit a poor one with driver and you're not taking those traps into account. That would have been dead, but should be okay. If it's in heather, don't listen to a word I've just said. 150 to the front, 167 to the flag. Wind off the right. Just going to hit a 3/4 8. I don't think 9's enough. Pin's a little bit right, so I'm going to air a little bit left and try and just hit a little fade against the wind. Try and get it safely aboard the dance floor. Go on, be a good number. Oh, I think that could be number 2 of our chances inside 15 feet. Tell you what, having this plan malarkey works. No divot there. Right, we're on, folks. Let's go and make a birdie. Let's go and make a birdie. Get in the red. First time. The campaign. Right then, we've got a birdie putt that is only about 6 foot away here. We've got the famous little tower on the moor, I think it's called, or something. That one. That's the club logo that you'll see on all the Woodhall Spa stuff, if it's not the England golf one. Let's see if we can tidy this first little rascal up of the campaign. Come on, come on. Oh, there we go, folks. First birdie of the day comes at the third. Beautiful third hole, signature tower. We're in the red. Come on, 1 under. Let's forget about score. Let's keep doing what we're doing. Plan and execute. So our fourth hole here is 411 yards. We've switched back into the wind now. There's a bunker at 290 and there's a bunker at 240. The one at 240 is down the left and the one at 290 is down the right. Sort of it plays pretty straight as you see it, but the fairway sort of cuts across you. So I'm going to hit a driver and just go down the left, and I should have enough room and distance with this this wind to be able to be okay. Ooh, just a little pushy cut. It should be okay. It's going to miss the bunker 290. In the rough, I think. Right, 140 left. Little bit pushy. So we have ended up in this little bit of light grass fairways, probably 5 or 6 paces over there. So not the end of the world. 140 back into it. 140 blue flag as well. So they have a colour system here. Blue. Front, yellow, middle, white back. 140 front's probably playing 160 with this wind maybe. So looks like it's going to jump a bit. I can go 9 iron because this is a 150 club and I can just go smash at it. Air a little bit left of the flag because it's a bit tight right, so get this on and no damage has been done. Don't hit it, wind. Oh, wind's hit it and it's leaking right. Gosh, that's had a... It's got over the trap that's on the right hand side of the green. I hit it well. Wind's almost a little bit more here as well, but should be on the green. That's I thought that wind was more across there, but there you go. We move on. We move on. Just pitched just right at the green and come down the swale here. Good thing that we've avoided the bunkers because they were seriously deep. The deepest bunker I think is on the 12th, and I can't wait to see how deep that is, because that looks about 15 feet below the surface. But back to the matter at hand, we've got a fairly simple little bump and run to play here. Get a wedge out, back of the stance, and just punt it forwards. Very subtle, these greens as well. Took a bit of a skid on its first bounce there. It didn't have any grip, it just slid across, and I expected that to bite a little bit in this fringy grass. Left ourselves our first tester. We'll take that one, we will take that. Confidently rolled, always good when you've got good greens. You can give it a nice, confident stroke, save the par. Happy with that little up and down. Got to pay a little bit more attention to the wind there, because it was more off the right as well, or left to right than I thought. We're on to our 5th hole. It's a par 3, 142 yards on the plate. 141 the flag is today, again back into that wind. I think we can play pretty much the same shot as we did on the last, because it's slightly downhill here, but it's a tiny bit more into this, but it's still going to push it a little bit to the right, so I'm going to play a little bit left of the flag and let it just come back round in from there. I've towed it and pulled it a bit. It's going to be on the left edge of the green. Ooh, might have gone in a trap there. Might have gone in a trap. Right, we need to steady this ship very quickly. Well, we have found the dance floor. We hit the back here and then it's trickled round. I thought we were actually in the back bunkers, but we're not. I can sort of get an idea now as to why this course is rated 151 on the slope and why it is one of the hardest courses in the UK. Because if you get in some of these, I could see people just, I mean, they've probably gone for longer stints on holiday in terms of getting out of those bunkers, because they're deep, they're cavernous, they look hard to get out of. So avoid them at all costs. But luckily here we're putting for birdie, so let's see if we can sneak one. Very nice looking putt this, down the hill. Little ridge, not a lot in it, just drops in, dies in that front door. Oh, thanks for coming. Yeah, good putt, Matt. Just sort of didn't get going off the face, that just sort of stuck and took a little bobble. And I was maybe a little bit too respectful of the downslope there, thinking it was going to go shooting off, and now we've got a 3.5 feet 4 foot tester. Perfect. That's annoying. That first putt I thought was going to be lightning. It's literally 20 feet away and I had a 3-4 footer for my next. That's garbage. Be bold, be brave, Matthew. On to the next. Drops a shot. So the 6th hole here is a par 5, 508 yards, pretty much straight down. There's a tiny little bit of right to left in it. There's a bunker at 311 left and 315 down the right hand side. Doesn't feel like the ball's bouncing a lot on the fairway. It did absolutely smash it down here overnight, and it's sort of taken the sting out of it. So downwind, I think sort of a 285, 290 carry. If I get there, it's a good hit. So I think I can just go driver, and to be fair, the fairway looks so generous and so wide. We can just give it a good old smack there. Oh, pushed it right. Ah. Well, it's had a couple of bounces, just skirted past a little bush, so I think it'll be a layup, but it's not the end of the world. Luckily the rough isn't super burnt, super thick at the moment, so we should be okay. Found our golf ball, managed to skirt all the bad stuff. It's actually not sat too bad at the minute. I'm only just missing fairways by literally 5 paces each time, so they're not drastic at the moment. We just don't need any big misses. Just need to try and feel I'm getting a little bit more open with the hips. I'm just getting stuck and sliding a bit at the minute, but we could actually probably have a go at knocking this on from here, because I am only 210 to the flag, and the flag is at the back of the green, and I think it's a pretty large green front. Yeah, 220 back and 193 front, so it's only really a 7-iron out of that, roughly, out of this heather, this rough, and to get it going down the wind. Just have a look what bunkers we see on the map here, little sneaky ones. Oh yeah, there's quite a few. I think with the way this is sat and how we're looking here, no spin, a little bit of bounce, and there's a bit more room right than we think, we can get this up on with this 7-iron. Right, come on. Yeah, that's going to fly out of that. Oh, that's come out. Hit it, wind. That's right at the stick. Go on, keep chasing. Front edge, maybe middle. It didn't quite get the pump from the wind that I thought it was going to. I thought that would have really zipped out of that lie there, but it's down there. It's a lucky one after that slightly loose drive, so let's keep going. Let's keep believing. Nice strike, that. Nice strike. Right, so we've made it up onto the green. We've pitched probably about 5 or 6 yards back here, but there is quite a bit of a tear to get up here, so it's taken a bit of sting out over there, then killed it. But about 40 feet to the flag. They couldn't get this flag any more back, but it's an eagle chance. It's an eagle look. Right, bit of right to left in this. Green's falling away down that left side, so let's see if we can just get it in that friendship zone and tap her in from there. Ooh, a little bit pacey. Wind got a hold of that one then. Thought it would have swung a little bit more. Just lost our touch on the greens these last 2. Don't want back-to-back 3 wiggles. Right, come on, back into the wind. Up the hill. My God, that looked in all the way. Right, back-to-back 3 putts, not what we want. Nothing wrong with the iron game. So this rascal that's letting us down this week, funny old game, isn't it? You get like one thing going, then one lets you down, you fix that one, the next thing lets you down. I think it's time for maybe a stint in the naughty cupboard for the old putter. That'll get it sorted out, but we're playing good. Keep calm, keep doing what we're doing. We're on to the 7th hole. 7th hole is a par 4 that's playing 435 yards. There's a bunker down the right hand side that's at 254, another one that is at 295, and then a further one at 320, 329. It's a left to right hole. It looks fantastic, really suits me. I think I can go sort of down the left wing and let it fade and just let it come back there. I've been having a few pushes, so left's not a bad starting line really, because if we leak it right, we're going to be okay from there. Down the wind as well, so be brave, boy. Be brave. Got my starting line right, but the wind has hit that hard. That should be good. I've seen it bounce a couple of times. Right, fairway found, folks. That's another one ticked off today. I think that's 3 now of the 12 we wanted. 98 yards now. We are downwind here, so I'm going to get my 55 out and play it like the 70-yard shot I intended to on the other one that was downhill, because it is pumping a little bit down here. Only need to, this is 98, so I need to play this as if it's going to land at about 80, because then it'll release down from there. So it's only just shy of the hands to the shoulder with the 55. Sit. Oh, it's another poor wedge shot, that. Oh, caught it skinny and I've gone off the back of the green there. I don't know why I'm not playing that with a 60, really. That's annoying when you hit it long like that. Drives well over 300 yards and then you do that. Annoying. Well, we've not showered ourselves in glory with our wedges thus far. 2 inside 100 yards that have been drastically passed down the wind. Outside of 20 foot, both about 40 foot, both with the same club. I think that needs to go in the naughty cupboard as well now. Up the hill, tiny bit of left to right in it, back into the wind. Just again, it's another pace control exercise, this, and then run away. That looked so good for so long, and now I've got a tester. Right, come on, Matty. This is where we need to double down on concentration and stay positive, bit of confidence. Not doing a lot of things wrong, it's just a bit untidy. Well, I hit it where I aimed it, so that's a good thing, but 3 3-putts in a row to move to 1 over. Change of putter is needed. Right, not what we need, that 3 3-putts in a row, but it's done, can't change it. Still playing great tee to green, so just keep that going. The flat stick can come alive, or it can get chopped in half. One of the 2 outcomes will happen. 202 yards to this par 3 8th hole. Back into the breeze, flags at the back. It's actually only 180 to the front into that wind, so I think if we land it middle, it's 190, which would normally be a 6-iron. So we'll go 5-iron and just let it bounce up. If I've hit that last one 200, this is 200. It's a 2-club wind, isn't it? We'll go up to the 4-iron. At least we know we're going to get back to it. If we don't quite catch it, we'll still get up to the flag. Oh, thank God we changed to a 4, because I absolutely slapped that. But we have found the dance floor. Not at a good range though. Come on. Oh. Let's get going. Come on, Matthew. Believe and achieve. Time to change the mentality and get back in the red. Safely aboard the green. Quite a large green, this, for a par 3. Absolutely stunning golf course, by the way. There are 2 here. The Bracken is the other one. This is the hardest course in England. I can see why. I can see why. Greens are very subtle, but they're making a fool of me right now. We've left ourselves about 40 feet again. Bit of a left to right swing on it. I'm actually going to go and have a look at this, because I don't want to snap my putter in case, you know. Just going to come in round here. It'll come in about 9 o'clock. So it'll be down this way. Come on, good putts. Good putts, let's steady the ship. Let's get going again, you're hitting it nice. Planning well, playing well, plotting well. Just need to putt well. I think that's the 5P method. Planning, playing, plotting, no, 4P method. We're just missing the 4th P of putting. No, don't do that. The sneakiest putt, and it goes by the front door. I mean, I should be happy because we've got a tap in, but I'm going to take my time just in case. Yay, a 2-putt everyone, woohoo! Right, that's a par. 9th hole to come, par 5, let's see. Get back to level here, I'll be pretty, well, I'll be happy with the tee to green. Not happy with the putting thus far, but that's golf for you. Crazy old game sometimes. 9th hole is a par 5, 555 yards. There's 3 bunkers, cross bunkers at 320 yards. Now the wind is downwind here. So I think with driver we are risking getting into those. So we'll go the forward, just peg one up, a little bit of a high floaty forward, and I should get about 280 with this, and then we'll roughly have about 260 up to the green, which with this wind shouldn't be any mither anyway. So just get this in play, that's the only thing to do. Get this birdie train started again, come on Matty. Just down the left of the fairway, should be pretty good though. It's gone miles. That should be in the bottom left corner of the fairway. It looked like it went like an absolute monster, that one then. Safe though, safe. Good thing we didn't hit the big D, or else we were in trouble. Drop the old chiller there. Never leave without a chiller. Full of absinthe this. Keep me sane. Right, we're only 20 yards away from the bunkers there. That forward goes like absolute stink off the shovel. 245 to the flag. It cambers slightly in and around, which is good because we want to sort of aim up into the right corner. It's 220, 229 up to the front of the green. So down the wind, out of a little bit of light rough. I'm feeling I could get, I think 5 iron's the right call here. Just play up the right hand side. If it kicks towards the flag, fantastic. If not, we leave ourselves a pretty decent up and down chance. Oh no, it's fading towards that trap. Stay, kick left, kick left. Luckily it's come out pretty nasty out of that rough there, just a little bit out of the top of the club. Almost was sat up. I thought it was sat down and was going to shoot, but we've only got a 40-yard pitch now, so let's see if we can do something with these wedges for once. Try and get a decent up and down going. Right, so we're 30 yards from the front of the green here. Could have done with that bouncing a little bit closer. It's a funky little entrance into the green. It's sort of on a little shelf. Seem to all have these little run-ups to the green at the front of them. Just need to let it pitch a little bit right of it and just sort of swing in one feels. I'm going to play a bit more of a bump and run style shot here, I think. I've not got the spinner in me. I'm just not a spinner. More of that linksy runner, 7-iron player. Land it about 5 yards short, a couple of bounces, kills it. Oh my God, I blocked it. Got the right distance, but just pitched it about 6 yards right of where I wanted to go, and now I've got 20 feet for birdie. It's a cruel old game. It's a cruel old game. It'll test you, golf. It's a bit like life. You think, you know, you're going along nicely, everything's good, then you hit a speed bump, and it's how you get back from that speed bump. That's what shows what kind of human you are. And at the minute, I'm just wishing I drove head on first into a wall the way this is going. It's really starting to weigh on me. It's a heck of a test. I could imagine if you were spraying it round here, it would really drive you clinically insane. Beautiful though whilst you're doing it, has to be said. Not a lot of movement in this. I'll tell you what, the wind's picking up now. Stay up. At least I gave it a go. That's just such a bad putt. I mean, look how far by that's gone. Totally uncharacteristic from me for putting today. Watching Brian Harman with that spaceship has warped my mind. Oh dear, 4 3-putts to be 2 over par. Class that. On the next episode of In the Red, you will be seeing a new putter, because this one is right. Back 9 here, folks. Comment down below, are we going to break into the red? We're 2 over par currently. The only thing that is worrying me is that putter. I've agreed with some gentlemen they're going to come and maybe submerge it in a tank of water for a few hours just to teach it a lesson. But 10th hole, 340 yards, par 4. I'm going a smash driver because if I get near the green, at least I can hopefully chip it close and have a look at birdie. I think if we can battle our way back to level now, we're doing tee to green well. We just need to get the bloody ball in the hole. It's the only thing missing from this, but let's see. Bunker down at 295. Let's go, baby. That's a good line. Just left of the flag. That should be in a good spot. I can make 6 from there the way I'm putted. Right. There are 144 bunkers on the Hodgkin golf course, and I've finally found my first one greenside here on the 10th. Not a bad place to be, so we can just flick it out, hopefully pretty close. It's sat bloody lovely. The sand looks really, really good. So 60 degree, just sort of land it halfway in between me and the flag, and it should. A couple of bounces and nestle up. Probably could do with holding it so I don't have to putt really. Just got in the sand a little bit too early there, just a little bit too early. Didn't get close enough to the ball to elevate it the distance I want, but we've left ourselves a 3-putt chance. Behave, behave, naughty. I'll tell it, kids. That will tell it. Come on, not much in this putt. Not much in it. Stay up. Now I'm under hit it. Well, at least it wasn't a 3-putt, but it was a weak, uncertain, unconfident roll there. On to the next. Keep it going, Matty, keep it going. 11th hole is 436 yards. It's sort of into off the left the wind now. Bunker down on the left-hand side at 299. The generous fairways, they look wide if you just take the fairway as a fairway, but then when you sort of see the trees that are running down, it sort of makes you feel like it is a little bit tight, a little bit narrow, but I mean, that's a good 40 to 50 yards wide, that fairway. So just a little fade down the left hand side should do me here. Oh, that's a good shot. Leave it wind. Just going to be on the right edge of the fairway. Yeah, just in the semi. Opens up a nice angle into the pin though from there. Happy with that. As long as we're in play. That is all we need. Just need to get the blade working now. before it's evicted back to the naughty cupboard for a week to think about what it did. Okay, just a couple of paces off the fairway. Found a little bit of tangly rough actually, a little bit of juicy stuff, but nothing too bad. 155 yards up to the flag. Now the wind, I'm actually going to do the old throw the grass in the air trick here. I'm not sure where it quite is. Into off the left, the pin is back, but it looks precariously close to the left edge of the green, so I can almost go at it with a little fade, knowing that I generally don't miss much left. Hopefully this 9-iron, I think that's the right club. Anything more, I don't want to get it going over because it looks a bit nasty if you go long. So 9-iron, little fade off the flag, middle of the green, take 2 putts, and that'll feel like a birdie to us. Oh, that's come out with no spin on it, crikey. Sit down. Wow. We're in 3-putt country. It's got all the way to the back of the green. That came out like a rocket out of that rough there with no spin on it. It was a bit juicy and it has flown, but let's go and see what we can do down at the green. Got to stay positive here. I need to really get concentrated on this putt because I reckon I'm about 60 feet away there. It's going to be a bit of a way, but knuckle down, concentrate, get out of here. Let's go for a long walk over to my golf ball. The flag is here and we are pin high all the way over yonder. Got the right distance. Probably if we're on a bit of a straighter angle it would have gone through the green, so lucky it did come out a little bit squirty and right, but time to concentrate, time to just nestle this up close and see if we can get out of here with our 4. It's a little bit downhill, a little bit left to right. Not a lot in it. All about pace here, Matty. Come on, that pin is precariously close to the edge of the green as well. Stay. That looked very good for a long time. They're just getting packed. They look like they're about to die, always about 2 or 3 inches, and they've just got like this extra foot rolling them around the hole, whether it's slopes or whatnot. Well, it's a 2-putt again. We pray for a 1-putt. We pray for a 1-putt. 12th hole is 156 yards. It's going to be wind off the right, which is pushing us to the largest, the deepest bunker on the golf course. The largest one's actually on the 17th. Going to hit 9-iron. This is a 150 club, but the wind's sort of down and pushing to the right. 8-iron's too much. I think just a good one off the tee here. And we should be in close. I'm fancying it, I'm calling it. We're going down to Dunktown here. Come on, wind, come on. Come on, wind. No, I've left it right. Luckily I hit it absolutely awful. Definitely not a hole-in-one there. Shy, it's just stayed shy of the bunker hopefully. This is our first test we face on this 9. We've pitched up around here somewhere and it's run back, and now we face a disgusting up and down up the slope. If we get this up and down, this will be an absolute wonder. You can see the chasms of bunkers as well that are around this green. Found a little bit of a nasty lie here, so I'm going to play a 50 degree and just try and bump it halfway up the slope and then let it just bumble over and die down to the flag. Sit, sit. Ugh. Played it pretty well out of that lie. It was a bit tangly. We've now got a tester for par. I've figured the problem out. I've been putting with the flag in. That's what it is. This is guaranteed to go in now. Guaranteed. This would be the up and down of the century as well, because that was a stinky little place to be left. Right, come on. One ball outside the left, turns in, drops in. Nope. Bogey. Tee shot was the one to blame there. Nothing you could do with that chip and putt. Wouldn't have got it much closer out of many more attempts. It was a stinky spot. I need to dig deep now for these last 6 holes. Right, 13th hole's 439 yards, bunker at 300 yards down the right hand side. No bunkering up the left, so we're going to hit a fade up the left hand side. Try and leave ourselves within that sort of pitching wedge distance. Try and stick one close. We need to claw a few back. 6 holes to go. We're not too far away. If that putter magically turns on for the last few, something magic could happen. Because everything else is pretty decent. Bar wedges, they're pap. But, you know, keep believing, keep dreaming, is what they tell me in school. Let's go. And there's the one loose shot. And now we've turned it into a serious number. Now we're going to shoot 80, everyone. Trying very hard not to swear. Very, very, very hard. I felt very short in that backswing and just came out of it. Right, take 2. Why didn't you do that first time, Matthew, you moron? Sometimes I really hate golf. Just one swing there. We've been battling for 13 holes. First actually wild shot that I hit. Say wild, it was a bit of a push and it's in the middle of the forest, gone. And now it's a long way back to shoot level par from that terrible, terrible thing. But that's golf, I guess. That's why we're here. Keep smiling or else you'll cry. Right, we've been somewhat fortunate. I've actually got some form of way out here. Could I bend one? Could I go fully, totally bend round the green? No, we're just going to chip a 9-iron back out. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We do have to cover a bunker here. It's lying pretty decent, but I only need to hit it 60 yards. So let's just do that. Let's lucky to find that. Right, come on. Cover that trap. Pitched on the fairway. Stayed in the fairway. Right. Up and down for par. The dream's alive. The dream's alive. We're getting a little bit of luck after a hard work round thus far. Sometimes a little bit of luck like that can just sort of spur you on. Clatters a few trees, drops down, trying up and down this now, and I feel like I've pinched an eagle basically, and that could kick us on in a big way, in a big way. Looks like we're going to only have about 100 yards. 101. Right, 101, 55 degree wedge. Let's try and hit a decent shot. Pins at the front. Land it at 95. One bounce, skids, stops dead, tap in. Thanks for coming. My wedge game is so bad. How's that run up a hill? So bad. That's flown like 100 yards. Definitely need to get my wedges refit. I think I've made the wrong decision on the flex and weight of those shafts. I'm struggling with them. Struggling. Nothing that can't be resolved though. Missed my mouth with the spoon. We've got a tricky little up and down here now, just get it up over that slope. I'm quite impressed it's pitched into an upslope and run up it and then come off. Just need to get this on the sort of fringe there and then let it trickle down to the hole. Nearly chip in, how's that? Well, that was the most adventurous 5 I've ever had, but I think this golf ball needs to be changed. It's just trying to get away from me, doesn't want to go in the hole for a birdie. We go to 4 over par, that's not bad. I thought I was going to make triple, stood on that tee, so we've nicked one back. I think we've got a par 5 coming up next. If we can do some magic. I've only got 5 holes left, but I think I've been playing pretty decent sort of strike-wise and driver and irons. If I can just get a couple of birdies, I'll be happy. Had 1 and a lot of 4 whacks. Right, the 14th hole, 486 yards, bunker heaven down here. A lot of bunkers. 3 up on the right at about 285, 3 up at the left about 285, some further on at 320. There's some short at 220, 240, 250, you name it, we've got a bunker for it. Then there's a load when you get up to the green as well, so bit of a fade down the left-hand side. Knock it on the green, 1 putt. Next, I'm going to knock it on 1 putt. It's just easy, it's like that, it's how we do it out here. That's what I'm trying to tell myself. Come on. That should be, oh, it's just tailing a bit right, but should be pretty central, that. Seen a bounce. The thing with this place, like, you look and there's loads of bunkers on the course map on your watch and stuff like that, but a lot of the tees are slightly below the fairway, or there's mounds in the way, so you actually can't see a lot of what you're hitting towards, so you've really got to have an idea of where they are and plan your round around here. So I can see why, you know, again referring back to that 151 slope, hardest course in England, it would catch so many people out in front of you when you're off the tee. You would just, if you didn't have a plan or have an idea of where it's going, you could just find bunker after bunker and really struggle all the way around. But it's a beautiful looking course and it's a great fun test. Definitely worth a visit if you're down this neck of the woods. Safely aboard another fairway. We are 205 yards out from the flag in the middle of the green. 205 into the wind. Looks like there's a trap up there. Let me just double check on my map. Yes, a short right. Are these guys going onto the green or are they going onto the tee? 205 into that. That's playing 220. We'll go 4 iron and fade it. Yeah, soft landing, high cutty 4 off the ledge, left edge of the green. Come on, Matt. Do something now. Do something. Oh, that was the first time today where at the top of the backswing I've changed my mind. Clear plan, need a clear plan in your head. Clear plan and you'll actually hit the shot you want to instead of changing your mind over the golf ball and fatting the F out of it. After that perfect layup, we've got 69 yards. And as we all know from watching the entirety of this video, I have been a stone cold killer from in around 70 to 100 with my 55. So I'll now opt to hit my 60 and see how we can mess this one up. Need to make birdie here. Come on, Matt. Good swing. Come on, good swing. Disappointing. Very disappointing. I need a lesson with my wedges. I think that's what it is. I mean, I can't be expecting to hit it to 10 foot when you actually hit it like a clown. It's taking its toll on me. It is taking its toll on me this round. Get a pitch mark here. Be good to the greens. They might be good to me. Come on. Please. Another one goes bagging. Better putt though, good strike. Well, a pretty poor par off that drive. We were green lighted to go for the green and we went to Chunksville instead. Occupation, moi. Let's see if we can get something done down these last few holes. Looks like we might be able to get near the green on the next. That's the only saving grace. Saving grace! Our 15th hole is 314 yards, pretty straight away here. A couple of bunkers in front of the green at like 290 up to the green side. So even if we get those, it's not the end of the world. We're just going to go for a good old heave-ho of the driver and try and get up near as close as we can. Bit left at that silver birch. Not bad there, that'll leave us a little simple flick up onto the green. We'll take that. We will take that. Just need 4 birdies to finish. Or 1 eagle and 3 birdies would be lovely. I'm definitely owed them. You know, owed everything for everything I've ever done in this game. LOL. Ooh, a long bunker shot over a grassy knoll. Just what the doctor ordered. The flick and fly, they call this one. Right, 1 bounce in, crowd goes wild. Oh no, you douche! Everything that could go wrong is going wrong. Trying to get so nippy on that and spinny. Oh, this game will drive you insane. Bunker to bunker, at least we're running down to the flag this time. Running out of steam now. I'm going to drop 7 in the last 3. So bad. I mean, I've landed it 5 foot right of where I wanted to and 5 foot long. I don't know if that was me catching it slightly thin on the old bunker shot, but looks like a jaguar's been in there. That is one toothy rascal. Wow, right, ball change, because that's going to roll like a bloody egg. You can go. First good strike, that. Right, new egg in tow. This one's a birdie buster, I heard about it. No. You can go as well. Right, bogey, 5 over, awesome, love it, risk and reward all. 315 yard drive, and then he took 4 more to get it in the hole. Well done. Right, 16 holes in. I now see why this is the hardest rated course in England. It's made me feel about 14 years older getting this far along. Thought it was going well, it was like, you know, you're doing okay here, you're playing nicely, and then it went, no, not today, junior. And now I'm 5 over par, and we face the 16th, which is 393 yards into the wind. Gorse, deep bunkers everywhere, trees, a lot going on. A lot going on. 16's 393 bunker down the fairway, that's actually at 350, so we're okay. Little fade, come on, need a pitch in, stay alive, stay positive. You don't have to give up golf yet and start your darts channel. I'd do fishing instead, that'd be brilliant. Twisted in my hand that one and hurt the wrist, but it's down the fairway. Proper save that one, it felt like a bit cracky. Gone over 230, but we're down there. We'll make bogey, folks, we will make bogey. Right, 129 yards to this one. It's right at the back, this one, left edge, so I'm going to go 50. I can go full out, it's out of the tie, it's just literally a pace off the fairway. If I go full out, the wind has pretty much died now. I should get within a couple of feet of this one. Oh, my glove slipped. Right, not our best work there, a little bit heavy. Glove just twisted in my hand and I refocused. Now we've got that pesky range. But, come on. Let's finish with a bang. Finish with a bang, Matthew. I've gone wild again. I think part of the problem with my putting is I putted uphill on the putting green. My warm-up putts were all generally uphill, so I didn't get an idea of pace, so now I'm bashing them through. I am bashing them through. Oh, come on. 5 3-putts for a 6 over par thus far. Not good, not good. 17th hole is 333 yards. Straight into the wind off the left. A bunker, this is the longest bunker on the golf course, 60 yards long up the left-hand side. That is one hell of a bunker, 60 yards long. 333, it's 255 to it. So that's playing about 280 with this wind. I'm just gonna hit driver, I've got nothing to lose now. 2 holes to go, let's try and at least have a look at a birdie and then 3-whack that. That's probably in the trap. Ooh, no bounce. Namaste, bunker, bunker. Can we go home now? What's that? We have found the long bunker. Probably should have laid up of it, but at this point it was gung-ho for everything. We have 60 yards. I'm going to get 50 out and play it. It's not actually, there's not a lot of sand in here, so there's not loads. So I can play it a little bit splashy, like a little splashy and drivey. If that makes any sense to anyone, it does to me. Ball forwards a bit. About half an inch behind the ball and see what we do. I mean, that is the shot of the video. It's pure class, everyone. Thank you. I now go into the red for actually hitting that instead of putting like an absolute Chidswold. Can't believe how bad I've putted. This is how bad the putting's been today. I've just ordered a putter on the way round. Mind gone. Normally I'm just an absolute marksman with the blade, but we've had to order a new one just to teach that Odyssey a little lesson. It'll think about twice about what it's done today. Yeah, you can work your way back into the squad, but you've annoyed the manager. Hairdryer treatment, son. Hairdryer. Good news, I've got an uphill putt like I did on the putting green. Got a chance of holding this now. Know what to do here. Come on, little left to right, up the hill. Do something. You may as well shine on your last 2 holes. You're going into retirement for a bit, son. As well. Now that it's been told off and he knows he's going in the naughty club and he's trying to get in the good books, it's a little too late, my friend. You are gone. Birdie, that's 2, 1 more, and I get my 3. 18th, 535 yards. I'm hopped up on birdie juice. A lot of bunkers out here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 down the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down the left. It's a par 5. Let's get it in the fairway, get an eagle, and finish a respectable 3 over par, having put like I have no eyeballs or hands. Missed that trap, and that is good. That is a nice little fade. Oh, fairway found. That was lovely, that one. Don't think I've hit my 12 fairway today. I've been pretty close to all of them, not really been wild off the tee. I think my mid-irons off the tee has been pretty good. Wedges, I'm going to saw them in half or use them to maybe poke a fire with later. Putter obviously is going to the execution chamber, and other than that, you know, it's been a pretty solid round of golf. Found the fairway here. Some would say centre court because it's right in the middle, if you didn't get that joke. Don't know how far we are. That's why we have a laser from ShotScope to tell us how far we are from the pin. Wow, is that real? 280 yards? 280? That means that that driver's gone. I don't know what. 5, what's 5, 5, 5? 270 into the, that's not bad, 270 into the wind. Right, we'll hit a little cutty forward. Get this bouncing on. Tapping eagle. Just dessert. Oh no, it's in the pine trees on the right. No, it's not too bad actually. That's okay. I've seen it bounce a couple of times, so we'll be chipping up and potting in, potting like snooker. Right, about 15 yards shy of the green. Coming out of a little bit of rough. We've got a bit of bunker to go on, but pins at the back, so we've got a nice landing spot. All we need to do is land it halfway in between the start of the green and the flag, and it trundles down, and we're good from there then. So uncommittal. Right, I'm getting a wedge lesson. That is my next aim, wedge lesson. That's it. Right, one of the worst pitches we've hit today, and now leaves us in that nasty 3-putt territory for me, unfortunately. Let's have some confidence though. The putter's going to work out well because it wants to stay in the bag, but it's not. You've been a naughty boy. Get there. Jesus. How's that not gone right? Everyone's gone racing down. The first one I decide to leave, and inevitable 3-whack. Well, it's a par to finish with. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed that as much as I did. The hardest course in England, 5 over par with 5 3-putts. Like, subscribe. See you in the next episode.